Well, success for me usually involves me kind of like sinking into the background of whatever it is that I've made. I know when I wrote the song "Is He Worthy," and Chris Tomlin and Shane, a few other people recorded the song, and I would see videos of people singing the song, and a congregation of people singing it, and nobody in the room knew that I wrote the song. I was like utterly delighted by that fact that the thing had, like, the way that I put it, it's kind of like you want the kids to grow up and move out of the house and get their own jobs. So the feeling of knowing that like something that I had made had, like, the cell had split and it was off doing its own thing, regardless of who wrote it, it was a delightful feeling. And I think, the hymn writers are that way. It's like when you sing a hymn, it belongs to the church, and when you're really connecting with it, what you're thinking about is God himself. You're thinking about Christ, and you're not thinking about the guy that wrote the song. On the other hand, there is something really powerful about learning the story of the hymn, but I think that the songwriter would always rather you move past that and aim it at the object of our desire. Well, I remember on the Christmas tour a few years ago, I lost my voice and was really struggling with singing the songs. And by the time we got to the song "Behold the Lamb of God," which is kind of the climax of the show, and it's the song that is the most difficult for me to sing, the audience kind of took over. And I remember realizing the whole show I was dreading making it to that song. And when I got to the song, I realized that the room was singing it for me. And I was able to step back from the mic and let this thing kind of be its own thing. And like, I couldn't stop crying. And so, it was just a good picture to me of like what all of us as artists want, hopefully, is to reach a point where we can fade into the background, and God is now filling this thing with life of its own. And so, that's how it feels for me. Like, I think the Wingfeather Saga is that way to a point where when a little kid reads a book and they're lost into the book, they aren't thinking about who the author was. This world feels very real to them, and if you can achieve that and realize that the guy that wrote the song is far less important than the thing the song is pointing to, then that I think is success.